Hey y'all. Okay, I was trying to do a video earlier today, so okay, sorry. I'm having problems. Okay, so I wrote some notes down so I wouldn't forget. Okay, so on the document that I saw, or the paperwork or whatever, of course at the time I, thought, okay, let me kind of analyze it, whatever. I strolled, because I was like, how many pages did this have, so I strolled down, and it had like 59 at the top, so I'm thinking maybe it was like 59, 60 pages. So I'm like, well, why would someone spend that much time to write a fake document? That many pages to write something fake, And then they took it offline. But, of course, after a while that goes by, they're the ones that are still showing the people to us and saying that they're making this money or that money or however it goes. I mean, talking about a fly on the wall, well, it had to be somewhere to, they're just doing rallies or however it's going, And they're supposedly been seen meeting with other leaders and anyways. So, sorry. Okay, yeah, so I was reading this. Okay, so I started thinking, I was like, well, my little sister has done a lot of traveling, And I was like, it was only in the last few years that it had gotten that close to home. And when I said I feel like we have a story, we have a story for everything. I think I have a story for everything. I'm serious. I mean, okay, like we even got stuck in a blizzard one year, in Texas, and then it wasn't. I said before, I'm sorry. I'm trying to do my punctuations, or is that it? Trying to speak correctly. Okay, y'all, bear with me. Okay, and then anyways, and then about, I'm thinking it was 5-6 years ago, a tornado was really close to, like, right there. So of course, looking at all this stuff now, it's like, oh wow. But anyways, of course, most of these things I'm gonna eventually get to talking about, if nothing happens. But so yes, so just to go off of that, I've written down they took it offline. Okay, so yes, this is going off of the last few videos, so hopefully y'all saw those last few videos, because going off on the last few ones that I said, that they're making money off of other people's stuff or however it goes and everything, and that could be like, that obviously is all the way around, talk about horror shows or movies. A horror movie. I don't know how many real life stories of that is out there. But I see it more serious really than that. Because even if this stuff if it's not fake or real, for the most part in my mind and the way that I see it, because it's really hard to tell where people's head is at, because they obviously really hasn't talked much about it. Because I've already said I don't really know where people's head is at. Do they just not want to talk because they're afraid? Because for me, it's so hard for me to come back down to earth, if that makes any sense at all. And a lot of people are very earthly, like, oh, okay, well, like, if you don't have a certificate or, anyways, I'm just saying, y'all know what I mean. Your status, your social status. So yes, that's also another thing that I thought about. I was like, well, it's not like if you go to them about a crime, if you have a certain social status, you're going to get a certain treatment. I realize that too. So when people talk about whatever's going on in other places, this stuff is going on here. What about America? What about how people are treated here in America? I mean, really, because things take time. You talk to people, or you might say this and this and that and the other, and then you start to realize and start to think, wait a second, I bet you they treat people differently in their social status. And then, of course, it leads to other things, because, of course, I have to realize the other situations without maybe even me being in it. But, I mean, you know what I'm saying. I'd have to think about everybody else's situations with these people. Like I said, these people, but because of course, I see it the way I see it, and that system's not set up. So, yes, I'm sorry, I'm going all over the place kind of here. I might not be able to finish what I was leading up to. But I started thinking about how, okay, yeah, like the social status. Like, I'm like thinking, well, if you have to go to them about a certain crime, yes. So, in the past, it happened like right in front of my face with my dad and me. And that's just another story with the police and then someone else and da-da-da. But I'm like, when I analyzed it later, I was just like, yeah, they kind of were treating my dad as a totally different way than later treating me. You know? So it's like happened right in front of my face, you know? And then what I was getting to just now, okay, that's what I was going to get to just now, I think. But, yeah, just trying to go to them about different kinds. Social status probably treat you different. Yeah, so it's like the way that I got to see it, that I'm going to forget what I was going to get to a minute ago. I'm sorry. But the way that I see it is just, I mean, I can't change my experiences, you know? So it's like I got to grow from that. But then at the same time, I'm like, well, wait a second. These experiences almost seem like, if all these things are, if they say that this is happening here and this is happening here or whatever, whether it be fake or not, what are they leading up to, you know? That's the way I look at it because of my past, because of these experiences. So that's why it didn't take me long to be like, wow, okay, this probably is happening like this because of me having the experiences that I've had. So, of course, I've questioned a lot, like, you know, but, you know, anyways. So that's why I'm like, well, maybe these experiences that I've had in my past might actually affect now because of the escalation that has gone on in my mind, and it should be kind of showing to everybody else. But like I said, whether it be fake or not, because there hasn't really been truth to come out too much, you know, not for a lot of people to see, you know. But, and I don't even know if anything can be done about it. And actually, I found something out that it used to be called the Smith Act. Anyways, I was just going to mention it, like that saying, leave you hanging. It's like, where did these sayings come from? But anyways, sorry I'm kind of all over the place. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm probably going to remember something else. But I'll see y'all soon, and God bless.